Hi everyone, I hope everyone's well. So I keep waiting for the perfect circumstances to film, but they never arrive. So I really hope that you can just ignore the background sounds because I really can't help that. So today I actually wanted to talk to you guys about how much all my side hustles for the year have, like how much they made, um, all combined, because I just did the math the other day and I was shocked beyond measure because I literally was like, I just want to see how much money I've made from all my side hustles. I don't know why I thought that, but if I could estimate, I would say that maybe I made between 50 and 60,000 rand, but it turned out to be 100,000 rand, like this whole year. And I was just so shocked because I was sick like a dog this entire year. And I just couldn't believe that I accumulated that much money. However, I think another thing that I also had learned is that I also made a lot of money mistakes in terms of things that I bought or things that I I wanted and then it didn't work out. And the latest of those is actually Facebook ads. So recently I decided to teach myself Facebook ads once again, just so that I wouldn't feel like I need to rely on people who are currently looking at my statuses or who are currently following me on Instagram to buy from me, because that hasn't worked out until now. So that's what I was planning on doing. The bigger mistake that I made, because I don't think starting on Facebook ads was the mistake. The mistake was thinking that I could do Facebook ads without money, without a budget or a tiny budget, even though you can run Facebook ads for $5 a day. I think that's what the lady said. And $5 a day is like 85 rand around there. And I ended up running Facebook ads for a week and it costed me over 400 rand. But I'm glad I did it. It's just that I should have waited until I had the budget. But then again, if you wait for things to be perfect, you never do them, because by the time I have, let's say, the 400 rand or the 800 rand to run Facebook ads, then I want something else. For example, now I wanted someone to do my hair. I love knotless braids. And I had to wait over a week to find somebody who would be ideal. And now they're gone. So I had to go back to doing my own hair. So basically, save where you can, but most of all, always try to spend your time doing actual revenue generating activities. So that's one tip I can give you. So what I'm going to share with you in this video is exactly which are the side hustles that I did. In some of them, if I do remember how much I charged, I'll gladly share that. I do want to be more open about money because I feel like being secretive about money, like what is the purpose? What's the point of that? Like I don't get it. But I understand that we all grew up differently. I also grew up where money was just not discussed, and that didn't help me at all because when I left my career, I needed something else and also needed to know how much I'm going to earn from it in order for me to determine if that's something that I should do. So let's get started. So, right at the beginning of the year, I was super, super sick, but I did have two people on retainer. One was for LinkedIn company management. So, I basically did social media management services for them. So, that is one of the things that I offer. The other one was for Instagram. So at the time, it was actually a client that I had brought in from last year. So at the beginning of the year, I was mainly offering social media management services and I was also doing a bit of tutoring. So the one was for a company LinkedIn page. So I would post content, basically run their public page on that. And then the other one was for an Instagram page, and this was for a career coach. And at the time, I was aggressively looking for clients to run their social media pages for them. So social media, like management services and all of that combined has brought me over 50,000 rand, which is crazy to me. That has definitely been such a blessing to me because I never thought I could make that a career. I never thought that I could do that and actually get a stable income from that. So the second thing I would say was also my main focus at the beginning of the year was definitely yoga. I was a yoga reseller at the beginning of the year, and to be honest, it was a good thing. It taught me sales. It taught me to step out of my comfort zone, speak to people, and it also taught me following through and following up those things. Like I don't think I think before I used to be a one hit wonder because I would just reach out to people. If they didn't respond, then I would leave it at that. So I think this definitely helped me to just step out of my comfort zone and basically chase clients, so to speak, because I've never done that before. And to be honest, I think what I learned there doesn't help me so much in all my other things, that even though it didn't bring in that much money, I still feel like it's a good thing that I did that because it definitely helped me pursue other clients aggressively. So I calculated it the other day, and I think from yoga I made just over 7,000 rand for the year. Again, not my highest, but I just feel like it also helped me to just trot along, so to speak. Then I also started Fiverr in 2021, around October. For the entire, I would say 2021, I think I made just over 1,000 rand, but I properly set up my profile in October and got my first client in less than 30 days, right after I set up my portfolio properly. And I can't tell you what a difference that has made, because with Fiverr over the past year, that has made over 25,000 rand. And I I can't describe to you that when you have Fiverr money, because it takes a while for it to clear just security policies, blah blah blah. But there's nothing that can replace that feeling of Fiverr money just arriving like randomly. Like it's the best feeling in the world, and I want to share that with as many people as I possibly can. But I feel like there've been 2 months where, like, for example, apart from the retainers that I had, I didn't have any other money, and then Fiverr came in and actually contributed to my overall salary for that month. And that's a feeling I'll never forget, because in February I didn't earn anything from Fiverr. And yes, that happens, especially if you're a new seller. And then I think in April I earned over 4,000 rand from Fiverr. It was a miracle. Anyway, so then I also did a few consulting sessions this year, especially with people who are planning on selling services or products on Instagram. So I literally clued myself up about what's happening on Instagram, etc. And I think that helped me to be in a unique position to help somebody else position their businesses on Instagram. So I think it was also a miracle how that happened, because it just was so hard to sell. And both of them were high ticket in my mind, because the one for Reels and how to use Reels to bring more awareness to your page was 2,500. I sold one of those, and the other one is basically like how to start a business page on Instagram, and that was 3,000 rand, and I only sold one of those. So that didn't make as much as I would have hoped, or as much as I had hoped. And I don't know how I want to take that a step further this year or next year, but I still think it's a great service, and I think it's a great way to make money, especially because I have the knowledge. I'm pretty clued up about those things, so I feel like it's still something of value that I can give to somebody else. But the more I experience it, the more I realize that it might be an easier sell to someone who is not South African, because people just don't want to pay money to coaches or to people who can kind of transfer knowledge to them. I get why, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna be normal? Because people do this in the US all the time, not just in the US, but you get what I mean. So, and I have bought several workshops or several one-on-one sessions from other people, so I know that it's a viable way to make money. Then there's also tutoring. I have tutored um, I think more than 5 kids this year. I deliberately kept the number low because I realized that I'm actually not making enough for the effort that I put into it. And the parents were already complaining about the price point. So I knew that it was going to be impractical to increase the price point. However, to combat that, I also signed up to be a tutor in a lot of like tutoring establishments so that I could get paid a higher rate on these platforms. And I think if you want to start tutoring and you don't want to sell your slots for peanuts, then it would be a definite good idea for you to look into tutoring, but working with platforms. And I also helped someone land a client or land a job on these platforms. So I'm super, super excited about that. And I can't wait to see what else is going to happen. So if you want the list of 50 tutoring companies that you can apply to, I'm going to link that in the description down below. Bear in mind, it is a digital product in my shop, so it does have a price. I think it's 200 Rand, which is not that bad considering that if you do get a job with one of these tutoring companies, you will get your money back as soon as possible. Yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing this year. Like, I think what helped me was that last year or the year before, I compiled this list. You see, I'm a list person. So I compiled this list that says 30 digital businesses that you can start in 2022. And I would say out of that entire list, I've probably done like, I don't know, 10 of those jobs that I listed there. And it's so funny how when I wrote that list, I was only doing one thing, and that was social media management. And a year later, I took on five of the other jobs or business ideas that were there, and that combined made me over 100,000 rand. Like, how insane is that? You know? And I just feel like it's all about starting, it's all about putting yourself out there, telling people what you do. Some people don't want to tell other people, they feel embarrassed by it, or they feel like they don't want other people to see them start something. Nobody wants to be seen starting something. Everybody wants to see the success story. Oh, blah 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 blah. But I've documented each part of my journey, and I feel like it's just so amazing to me that I am where I am right now. And it was not without fear. Like, I think I feared like every single thing every single day. But you have to try, you have to start somewhere, show up, be 100%. Because some of the things that I've done, people have referred other people to me based on my expertise and maybe how I not behave, how I carry myself, I suppose. And that has also helped me because I'm 100% myself. If I don't know something, I'm upfront about that, and I let you know that I'll do research in order to be knowledgeable about that particular subject. I'm also a lifelong learner. I mean, if you're teaching people about Instagram and all these things, you need to be aware of the updates, the changes, which can be so exhausting, especially if you're a person like me who, like, casually or as often as possible needs that downtime where I'm not on social media. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna stop the video right here because I'm gonna just ramble on. But I really hope this video was helpful to you. If you need any type of resource regarding anything I've said here today, check out the links at the bottom of the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.